At the end of episode 10, we saw that the head of one of the Japanese hunters goes kaboom. Other two hunters who were standing nearby got no chance to fight back and both died in an instant. On the other side, we see Korean hunters fighting with the Queen's royal guards who are as strong as S-rank hunters. But unlike hunters, ants' movements are limited. So taking them down isn't that difficult. With the help of Dong-wook, Cha Hae-in easily takes down one of them. Even though the bodies of royal guards are tougher than she was expecting, she still fight back easily. These royal guards are different from normal ants. Dong-wook is glad that there aren't many of them. Byung-yu is right behind them to give any support he can. Because the Queen isn't nearby, Yun-ho assumes that these royal guards are from older generations who were cast out. He assumes that second-generation royal guards might have been waiting for them ahead. Thinking that, Byung-yu gave buff to all of his fellow hunters to be prepared for what is coming next. Now, they're all surrounded by many ants and each hunter thinks of taking on 10 of them. On the other hand, 2 of the Japanese hunters are rushing towards their other team to check on them. When they reached the scene, they saw dead ants on the ground, which shows that battle took place here. Suddenly, they spot bloody glasses of their fellow hunter. Seeing that, they realized what happened to their fellow hunters. Right then, K-Hunter smelled something awful that even made him throw up. This is something that he has never smelled before. And the next moment, they both are dead. Meanwhile, inside the Queen's lair, Korea's hunters have taken care of almost all the ants. Yun-ho is shocked, because with the help of Byung-yu's buffs, Cha Hae-in has slaughtered at least twice as many ants as he did. It took them like 15 minutes to come this far, and going back will take less time than coming here. So, they have like 30 minutes left. Now, they just need to figure out a way to complete this raid. Cha Hae-in smelled something and said that this smell is probably from the Queen. She tells them that Queen is most likely with her guards right now. Yun-ho checked the place using his ability and spotted the Queen. He tells everyone that the Queen is in the very back, and there are right guards in front of her. Hearing that, Dong-wook said that he will take on the Queen and asks Cha Hae-in to take care of the guards. With that plan in mind, all the Korean hunters take on ants and royal guards. Dong-wook's job is to keep the Queen tied down until all the guards have been killed. Dong-wook put up his shield to take on the Queen. Cameron realizes that the real battle is about to begin. Cameron receives a message from higher-ups to move a little closer because their viewership is increasing. When he was about to get closer, Byung-yu stops and warns him that this is S-rank boss's lair. If he dies here, no one is going to take responsibility. So, Byung-yu advises him to stay back because the real battle is about to begin. Meanwhile, in the city, 2 old couples were watching the battle. Grandma calls her husband and tells her that hunters are about to begin the real battle. Grandpa said that he doesn't care about them. Grandma still insists on watching the fight because the hunters and they are trying to avenge one of their only kids who died by the ants. At this point, the whole Korea is watching the fight with full focus, hoping for hunters to succeed this time. Finally, Grandpa also prays for them to win because this is already their 4th time. News reporters are already celebrating their victory, thinking that Korea is finally going to be in the list of countries who have closed S-rank gates. Dong-wook is in the front line distracting the Queen, while Yeon-ho is damaging her. Right then, the Queen threw a poison at them which damaged them severely. But with the help of an S-rank healer, they recovered instantly. Then, the Queen tried to go for a healer. But Dong-wook stops her midway, saying that he will not let her attack their healer. After that, Choi Jong-in uses his fire attack to damage the Queen. He used all of his force in one attack. Seeing that, Yeon-ho assumes that the Queen will not be able to survive this. He could tell this from his years of experience that the Queen is on the verge of death, and victory is for them to grasp. But then, Queen suddenly let out a big roar that pushed back all the S-rank hunters at once. Yeon-ho felt that she is calling someone else for help. Meanwhile, Goto, who was hunting ants, received a message that ants have changed direction, and also the jamming signal stopped working. He wonders what is going on. Meanwhile, in the Queen lair, Cha Hae-in took down the Queen with the final attack. When they were thinking that it's over, Yeon-ho was feeling something wrong. Dong-wook realized that ants are swarming toward them as they speak. They have to get out of here now. Everyone was shocked because Japanese hunters were supposed to stop the ants for 1 hour. Dongwook didn't know the details either and tells them that the association is looking into it right now. Suddenly, the flame prison that Choi cast over the entrance disappeared. At this moment, everyone felt that something terrifying was coming toward them. Ant King is finally here and let out a big roar. With just one roar, they realize that they are no match for this monster. Only the aura of Ant King is holding back S-rank hunters. They have realized that they can die at any moment without even noticing a thing. But the Ant King didn't stop for them and went past to see the queen. Seeing the dead queen, Ant King again let out a terrifying roar. With just one roar, Ant King has subdued all the S-rank hunters. Cha Haein is struggling to even stand straight. In an instant, Ant King appeared behind her and sent her flying with a strong punch. The next moment, Ant King appeared right in front of Dongwook and severed both of his hands in an instant. Choi and Yeonho are also no match for this terrifying beast. Archer hunters launched an arrow at the king hoping to land at least one attack. But this is no ordinary king. He easily grabbed the arrow and took down the archer. Suddenly, the Ant King got attacked by someone. This is none other than Hunter Dongwook, who has healed his arm. S-rank healer healed Dongwook. He is hidden using camouflage. The only downside of this technique is that he can't move. He thinks that the Ant King will not be able to trace his location even if he wants to. So, there's no way to defeat him according to him. Ant King easily took down Dongwook again. When Byungyu was about to heal him, Ant King noticed. In an instant, Ant King turned the hidden S-rank healer into a donut. Yeonho wants to save him, but he can't do anything other than crying. After turning him into a donut, Ant King takes one bite to taste him. Yeonho tried to attack, but there was no use. Just by eating Byungyu, Ant King obtained his strength, knowledge, and also the ability to talk. Ant King announces that for killing his queen, all of their death won't be enough. Then he asked them who's their king. No one knows what to say. Suddenly, King noticed someone's presence outside and immediately left. Yeonho is injured but is free. He has realized that the Ant King is going for Goto. He thinks that they have to get out before the king comes back. But then, many ants started swarming inside the cave. Meanwhile, the Goto's team has realized that something is wrong because they have lost contact with both Charlie and Delta team. Goto assumes that this is happening because of signal problems and asks the Bravo team to respond. He receives the answer that they are good and alive. Goto asked them if they have also lost contact with other teams. They answered that they have only received word from Team Alpha. Right then, Goto got a call from Mr. Matsumoto. We see it in the seas near China. Two people were talking about the raid. One of them with an evil smirk said that this raid will bring doom to one of the two countries who have participated in this. Captain knows that Goto has a long way to go. Meanwhile, Goto has found some of his hunters dead. They chose to fight with mutant ants to avoid suffering any losses, but now they have lost some of their hunters. Goto felt no sadness for his teammates and just said that they died because they were weak. Matsumoto asks him if Korans are fighting the queen right now. Goto answered with yes. Goto reports that a few months ago, there was an issue with the jamming signals, so all of the ants are now headed toward the queen's location. He also reported that the situation seems to be under control for now. With Goto's experience as a hunter, he reports that at this point, Koreans have zero chance of surviving this raid. To begin with, the Japanese were already planning on annihilating all the Koreans' S-rankers. They have already created fake news about how Goto failed to become a national-level hunter and also failed to save Korean hunters. So, Goto got ordered to leave the island in an instant. He was about to do that when suddenly someone attacked him with an immense force. He was barely able to block the attack, but one of his teammates was dead. He decides to take care of this ant and asks his second teammate to go and join the Bravo team. Holding the head of a hunter, Ant King asked while releasing a threatening aura, "Are you the king of humans?" Goto, full of himself, said that he is indeed the king of humans. Hearing that, Ant revealed all of his aura. With just aura alone, Goto felt like dying, wondering how a magical beast can wield this much power. He remembered that he had already experienced the feeling before. He felt it while fighting with Jinwoo, even though in anime they didn't show it properly. In an instant, Goto's head rolled on the ground. Meanwhile, in the cave, Korean S-rankers are barely holding their ground against this many ants. When they realized that there is no hope, a shadow soldier appeared there who started helping them. In the city we see Jinwoo standing on the street alone. He muttered just one word, exchange. Guys, this was it for episode 11. Subscribe if you want me to cover the next episode also. This video took me more than 3 hours to create, and clicking on subscribe will take like 1 second. Thank you for watching.